I am here with Moritz of Mitte in your, for me, new premises. Good to have you on the show.
Thank you, Bigger. Yeah, I think we met 3 years ago, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, when you were in Berlin. So great to have you back. Thanks for coming.
Great, it's good to be back. Well, tell me first a little bit about what you do.
So at Mitte we started actually some years ago, 2016, with the idea of basically asking the question, how can we make hydration, so drinking, more sustainable, more delightful, and something that's kind of future oriented, and ultimately replace the way we drink water from bottles and also waters from devices that only purify and don't look at how the body actually works.
Right. Because that's when I met you. You had started, I think it was almost your first prototype you had then that was up and running. But so how do you do it? What's your approach? How do you turn it into this?
We basically look at two simple things. We basically look at how can we take things out of the water that are not good for you. That could be lead, for example, or chlorine, that's also for taste reasons, or bacteria, but also things like microplastics, which you do find unfortunately more and more in the water. So that's the first step, taking things out.
And how do you take it out? Is it the filter process or how do you do it?
Yeah, we actually have a two-stage process. So one is we're using very special active carbon, and then also a hollow fiber membrane. So hollow fiber that allows us to really purify the water. So that's the first
hollow
step.
fiber.
Hollow fiber, so very thin, pores that allows us to basically have water pass through, but not the contaminants.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the carbon filter, what's it made of? What's the raw material in it?
It's actually coconut shells.
Coconut shells?
Yeah, so that's the raw.
Very interesting. So same as another company that I've had on the show. They also use coconut shells.
Yeah. So that's the first step, the cleaning, the purification bit.
Yeah.
And then what we use is basically to simplify rocks. Basically, we have mineral rocks. In the top section of our consumable, we have one consumable which we call cartridge, and that cartridge has the second step, which is the mineralization as well, which is basically giving the water minerals that makes it, has a couple of purposes for taste, but then there's also water that is, becomes more, healthier for you because obviously if you drink a lot, but healthier because you have minerals in it.
So what minerals do you put in?
Depending on the cartridge that you choose. But
so you can choose a number of different...
We're launching very soon now on 26th of... I'm not sure that's announced, to be honest. So in October, we're launching in October very soon, and we're launching with one cartridge, which is basically we call it balance, and it's basically looking at calcium and magnesium mostly.
Calcium and magnesium. This is the one I just had, right? That's the one I'm drinking.
Yes.
Calcium and magnesium.
Yeah. And the magnesium gives a bit of sweetness. The calcium actually has some. Especially if you use it with sparkling water, a bit of crispness, so it has a very refreshing, nice taste. So that's what we've built, and the logic is always for us to say, look, let's look at what the human body needs, let's take things out that are bad for you, let's put in things that are good for you, but we also believe in, next to kind of, let's say the chemical process, we also believe in building beautiful products, because I think you will only change user behavior if you really build something that's delightful and intuitive and beautiful to use.
You put a lot of effort into that already from the beginning, I remember.
Yeah.
So, and this is how many sort of iterations, how many editions is this now?
I don't...
until you're here.
So many editions. I think with hardware is already quite complex to build. I think hardware that is consumer oriented is even more hard to build because you have more constraints in terms of space and cost. And reliability, and any mistake a user they will do. So you really have to make that.
And the wear and tear, because this is something they use a lot.
Exactly, it's a daily interaction. We see that in our beta test as well. They really come back daily. So
new owners, you raised quite a bit of capital along the way.
Yeah, we are still the owners, so to speak. I think everyone in the company is also an owner, or shareholder. But we have raised some money from investors, quite a good range of investors as well, different types. So one, maybe there's a company that was actually our very first investor that you would also know called Kercher.
Yeah.
They do those high pressure cleaners, which you're like, why are they investing? But they've been super helpful because they know a lot about combining plastics and water, right?
Okay.
You know, and building consumer devices. I think they build 15 million consumer devices every year. So they know a lot about things, just, you know, certifications as well.
Putting things in production.
Or packaging, for example. So we developed the packaging with them and they've been super helpful. Then we have the family office or the venture arm of Bitburger, the beer company. So they know a lot about beverages. They also own German beverage, like mineral water brand, or co-own. We have actually the fund of Danone. Danone is one of the largest water companies in the world.
A lot of the big brands we've gotten on board.
Which
exciting.
So let's see where this is going.
Let's see. All right, after a quick commercial break, we are back and we brought the machine.
Yeah, it's in its natural habitat here.
It's in its natural sofa habitat, exactly.
Yes.
So, walk me through it. Here, the water goes in here.
Yes, so it's quite simple, like I guess most things, good things in life are simple.
Most things should be in life.
Ideally. So you fill this thing, put it back in, fill it with any water you want. You have a place to add your cartridge, right?
That goes in there.
Yeah, so you align with there's a arrow, you align it quite simply. Check, lock it.
Easy, you put that in there. Easy peasy, you close that.
And then we have a CO2 cylinder.
A CO2 cylinder, right.
Wait, maybe you sit there, like
some spark.
settle it. If you want to, it's already in this one. But we have
see if we can use this. So
we have a CO2, our own CO2 cylinder, although it works with every other cylinder as well. So it's not you know, you can use a...
But you branded this one nicely.
Yes. So you can also get it, and I think that's also quite nice. It's a smart system, right? So every time you run out, you actually can get automatically shipped new CO2 cylinders and new cartridges.
You get that on your app even?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you in a second.
Cool.
So that's that, and then you basically, we have not plugged it in, right?
No.
But you can choose your type of water, sparkling, medium, or high sparkling, medium, or still as well.
I got a little bit sparkly one in mine.
And then you activate, and then you have, you know, you get basically, check. You get basically the water.
And it's a beautiful machine, I must say. It's slick in design, very simple when you use it. We even managed now to do it when he was almost laying down in the sofa, so it's it's very user friendly, I would say.
Yes. So that's why we spent a lot of time on like kind of thinking how to make it really usable for everyone. I think there's an app that will show you like how many liters you still have in your cartridge. How much you still have in your CO2 cylinder.
Right.
And then automatically, if you want that, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can get new consumables, new cartridges sent to you, which you can administer easily through your app.
Because it must be a hassle if you suddenly run out and then you don't have your favorite water.
Well, you have done that, right? And many times when you're like, you don't know, for example, with your pitcher filter, you have these bars and you're like, how long is this, how old is this thing now? Or with your soda stream, maybe you like run out and you're like, now I need to get a new one. So you basically have this automatic logic.
Well, how much will it be? How will you price it?
We're starting in Germany at $349 for the starter pack. So the starter pack is basically everything you've just seen. Everything you need. So it comes in a nice box. Unbox it, you add the tank, you add the cartridge, you add the CO2 cylinder, and then you have an onboarding process also through your app. So it gives you feedback, you know, step by step, you learn how to use it.
Energy use, how is it compared to, for example, water, you know, the tea kettle, for example? How is the energy use of the machine?
The energy use is very little, right? We're using, it's basically operating a pump and a couple of PCBs in the electronics. So it's basically very, very low.
Maybe similar to a regular carbonator.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if I want to add, after a while I'll run out, you know. How many times can I actually use it before I run out of these?
So one cartridge, it has the capacity, so one cartridge has the capacity for 250 liters. 250 liters?
Yeah,
so 250 liters capacity, 250 liters. So what happens is, maybe I can briefly talk about that. Water goes into the top section here. It then enters actually goes all the way through. It then gets cleaned in 2 stages up to about here, and then water flows through minerals and it comes out here mineralized. So you have mineralized water coming out here, ingoing water coming in here.
Yeah. And how much is this one then when I'm running out and I'm ordering a new one?
45 euros.
45 euros.
So yeah.
Every 250 liters though.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, so your plans now, I mean, when this is being released, you have actually launched this.
We have actually
Let's
launched
see how
this.
it has gone. Everybody can actually go in and order that.
Yes. Well, everyone in Germany.
Germany.
So we're starting in Germany.
Yeah.
We're doing a limited release, so we will cap the volume just to learn, but significant volume, but we will still just to learn everything. To really test the user experience, optimize everything we're doing. And then until around Christmas time, and then we will basically make it more open. We will take pre-orders once we run out of orders, hopefully. And then basically.
So this could be the Christmas present.
This could be the Christmas. Yes, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool.
So we're launching Germany, but also setting up in the US at the moment. So we are running alpha tests in the US at the moment already, because we've seen and we think that the US is really a very good market for this. Mostly also because of the water quality that is a bit more questionable.
I've heard about LA, for example, where I can imagine it's a good place to.
It's actually one of our 2 launch locations. So we have New York and LA as a launch location. Yes.
Interesting. I have friends in both places, so I'll hear how it goes there.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, we should do another one of these there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's been great to hear more about it. It's a huge area, of course, that you are addressing in such a Rolls-Royce way, I would say. You're really taking it a notch up.
Well, I hope it's more the Tesla way.
More the Tesla way, yeah.
But I think what we're trying to do is, what we're thinking is, look, we are starting, and then you need to basically, it's start in a certain way, address a certain market, but we will also build, obviously, like Tesla has started with the Roadster. That's our Roadster. We will then go also to different tiers of the market.
So what's your vision long term? Is it actually to have a really low priced product in the end, maybe?
Also, but I think our vision is maybe not so much product focused. It's actually, we want to be the water company for the 21st century. So really say, look, how do you hydrate in the future? It will be decentrally, and it will be with different, this is the first product that we're building, but there might be different variants of it. There might be B2B variants. There will be, also different technologies. I think we're not bound by technology, we're just bound by vision, which is, healthy hydration for everybody. And the vision is healthy hydration for everybody. So everybody would be not just also a premium setting, and not just in countries that can afford it, but everywhere. Well, let's actually touch upon that. We can cut and edit this as we want, as you know. So let's touch quickly upon the things you're actually adding. How do you see that going forward? I mean, if I had magnesium and calcium, what could I get in a future product? So we're building different cartridges at the moment that will allow you, we will announce that as we go, but we will have different different use cases. So maybe someone that does a lot of sports, or someone that also wants to complement their diet.
Someone that is hungover, maybe.
Maybe, those are use cases. We are thinking as well. Those are cartridges, right? For 250 liters. We're thinking for very specific use cases. Maybe the hungover case. We're thinking of something that we call single-use enhancement. So we're thinking post-production. So this liter, we always have the same amount, 860 ml. Post-production, you would actually enhance the water for something very specific. Sleep, sports, maybe hungover, whatever it is. Sickness recovery, pregnancy, whatever it is that you want, you basically would personalize it even more with the bottle.
Interesting. Well, cool. I think we've gone through everything. Great. Well, let's hope the launch went well, and good luck with everything in the future. Thanks for being on.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.